Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Gajin here, bringing y'all back another Boruto anime review. And this episode was a little wishy-washy to me. It wasn't as good as the last episode, but we get a lot of information on Kara and their organization. So with that being said, first let y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, doing a giveaway. With that said, let's get into this episode. So it starts with Boruto and the other getting at the candy store. They talk about little things. Jin's teaching old water chick how to play this card game. She wins. And he brings up Boruto mastering his Rasengan, which Boruto says he's forbidden from using his Rasengan. And Denki's walking past him, but he's ignoring everybody, talking about the win and this and that. So it cuts to Mushino and Konohamaru in the Hokage's office and basically telling Naruto and the previous Hokage what happened in the Land of Valleys. So Sai also went to Land of Valleys doing his own investigation that Naruto sent him on, and he tells them everything that he has found in Victor's secret room. They come to the conclusion that Vigor and Deepa were part of a group, an organization called Kara, and the group has been watching them for some time because they knew about the Momoshiki battle, which that was only supposed to be between the Kages, basically. So, with that being said, Naruto ends up sending messengers to each of the 5 other major villages, telling them what happened, and the thing that he found. Now, so they found out that there was this word, they started using a term called outer. So they deduced that Victor and Deepa weren't really in the organization, like in the main group of the organization. They were mainly people who supported Kara, basically. They weren't in the organization, but they supported Kara. And Kara used them to stay under the radar. That's why they just now found out about it. So they also come to the conclusion, with that being said, since there are people who are in Kara but working for them, there are spies everywhere. There has to be. That's the only way they knew about the Momoshiki fight. So Shikamaru brings up closing or blockading the gates, basically limiting people who could come in and come out. And Naruto's not okay with that. He's just like, many people, it'll affect too many people's lives. He doesn't know. So it cuts to Team 7 running into Denki, and Denki asking them to help to carry this big ass thing on his back to the top of the faces, the stone faces. They do it, and Uibe and Mel Lee are there waiting for them in a contraption. They're making a hot air balloon. All right. So they're making a hot air balloon, and it cuts to Naruto, back to Naruto, staring at the gate. So he runs into the ninja, tell him there everything's going fine, even though they don't have enough basically people to. But the amount of people that are coming in and out of the villages, they can't do a thorough, background check. But they're protecting the village day and night. So it comes back to Boruto, who they had just spread the balloons. That's it. And it comes back, kept on coming back and forth for a minute. Comes back to Naruto, looking at the train station, talking to Kiba. Then he talks to the police chief, and he ends up at a stream with Kakashi, and Kakashi basically tells him that no matter his decision, whether he closes the gate or not, that people will understand his decision as long as he believes that's the answer. So and he noticed that something was going up top of the stone faces. So it cuts to Boruto, and again holding the hot air balloon on the ground because it's lifted up. And Denki tells him, hey, here's the manual, because Uibe and Metal Lee are in the hot air balloon. Here's the instructions, and they let go of the balloon. So Naruto sees it and asks them what they're doing, and they say they're helping Denki with his experiment. And Denki goes and explains the experiment to him, how it could basically make communication better. You could communicate with someone all the way in a different nation and help them right away, and like all this other stuff. So for a minute there, they were having trouble, but they got Uibe and Meoli finally got to the right altitude height after losing the instructions, and then Uibe just said bump it, boom, pull something, and then it went up. and they finally got communication. But communication didn't stay for long because the balloon could stay up there for long. They didn't have enough fuel, so Denki has to find a way to make the balloon stay up that high longer. So, you know, but with that being said, everybody was amazed when they finally got to the right altitude. They were able to hear them and talk to them. And Naruto was amazed too. And after they come down, well, before they come down, Denki basically said, with this technology, you know, we can bring people together, world could be more interconnected, you know, instead of waiting, you can help people right away because we're able to hear them almost in real time. So with the balloon falling down and they don't know how to stop it or even mentally, like, it's not falling down fast, it's just that they can't control it, they have no more fuel. So they throw a rope down and they're helping each other. And Naruto, witnessing all this, basically knows what his decision is going to be. He's talking with Shikamaru inside, and he decides that he's not going to blockade the gate. He's going to let people come in and out, but he knows they're at risk, and he wants to evaluate the entire surveillance system of the village. And he gives that job to Sai, and Shikamaru agrees with it, but tells Naruto they can't just, you know, sit around waiting for the enemy to attack. And Naruto says that he's going to work with the other villages and find the car organization before they can attack. You would think with all the other villages in there, you know, they're talking, they will find it. So it cuts to Jigen, that boy Jigen. Man, for y'all anime-only watchers, y'all are missing out on Jigen. But cuts to Jigen talking to Victor, and Victor is blaming everything on Deepa. Now, that's some bullshit. You know goddamn well that was all you're doing. Deepa was just that, he was just there for the ride. He didn't have anything to do with that. Like, he probably helped you out to keep the secret, but that's about it. He didn't make the plan, you did. But he blamed everything on Victor. But Jigen is finding this hard to believe, that how did Victor do all this right under your nose? How did Deepa do this? And Victor assures him, he tells him, I almost died, man. Do you think I would have had a part of this if I knew I was going to almost die? But then he asks Jigen about the vessel, changing the topic of conversation. Jigen tells him the vessel's a well, and that if he wants to fulfill his wish, he needs to stop dreaming absurd dreams. And we know what his wish is: to get his leg, get his eye back, have perfect regeneration, and be young again. And it cuts to Jigen goes away. They were like in this like imaginative, like, how do I explain it? I can't. So, but they were in this like, I can't explain it. I'm gonna just stop. Jigen leaves. There we go. Jigen leaves, and Victor is just there, you know, just contemplating, saying that his plans were foiled. He didn't anticipate any interruption. So he will just have to take the vessel. And we all know if you're a manga reader, you know who the vessel is. You know what the vessel is. If you're not, hopefully you will find out soon. And that being said, guys, I mean, this episode was okay. It wasn't one of the best Boruto episodes, but it was good for what it was. I enjoyed it a little bit. Not too much, but I enjoyed it a little bit. It was good enough. But let me know what you think in the comments below. If you are a anime only watcher, let me know who you think the vessel is below. So with that being said, guys, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button, doing a giveaway. And it's been your boy Guys Jim for Guys Jim Retreat, guys, and I'm out.